All right, guys, I am back. End of the second quarter for us here at Chat UFC, and what a humbling experience the second quarter was. So let's just let's get the elephant out of the room real quick here. Um, we got crushed in the second quarter, and I'm just going to say it right now. I went on tilt. I did not actually. I did actually do an official post on Kazmat Aboyev, um, PFL fight. Chasing. That bet was never going to win for me, even if I put it on the other side. That was one of those. For those of you who gamble a lot, you know what I'm talking about. There are bets that no matter which side you pick, you're going to be wrong. That was an example where I was on tilt so badly um, that I went away from everything I've been talking about on this channel, and hopefully that's something people can learn. Gambling is tough. It's like a supercharged life where you can lose it all really quick. Uh, you get your results very quickly, whereas in life, you might not know until a year later, and then it all comes out, and things are tough. But in gambling, you find out every week if you suck or not, and it's been telling me I suck recently. And so, I made a stab at it. To be honest, he could have won. But it went against everything. I took the slight favorite in probably a 50-50 coin flip. The more experienced fighter, the better ratings fighter. Literally every single thing I've been talking about finding value and digging past the highlights and stuff like that, I violated it, which of course I was going to do that. But here's why I'm talking to you guys now. The beautiful thing about gambling and life is that when you fail, you can always try again. And that is also why you do use units. So even though I made some dumb bets and this and that and the other, if we take a look at our where we're at, we're still up 19.09 units. Now that's on UFC. There's actually, with the two PFL losses, it's about minus 12. So about 7 units. We also increased our unit size in the second quarter. So we're down. Just no doubt about it. We have to face the music. I'm going to still keep track of the UFC numbers here. PFL were not official plays, but they're official plays for me. I'm just telling you guys right now, do not tail me. Maybe fade me, but don't tail me right now because things are not hitting. However, we have learned a few things in this second quarter, and I think we're going to be better for it. And I think we're going to go fresh slate. We're going to go into quarter 3, and we're going to crush. So we're going to get back to the basics. We're going to get back to our metrics, our ratings, analyzing. We're going to incorporate everything we did well in the first quarter, everything we did wrong in the second quarter, and just bring it all together for a profitable third quarter. But I wanted to get on the mic here and talk to you guys and just say, you haven't seen the videos coming out because I'm on tilt. I'm getting crushed, and that is a normal part of this game. So if you are on tilt yourself or have ever been on tilt and are like, what do I do to get out? You just reset. You find the thing that helps you reset. You read a book. I read a book. That helps me. Something to just take me out of the nitty gritty of these bets, life or death, the battle of these bets, and realize that there's other things going on and there's other ways to look at it. So let's dive into UFC Nashville and see if we can find some value. Gonna run through a couple of sniper shots here for UFC Nashville. I'll have the summary at the end. We'll probably add more bets, but what the strategy right now is slow down. Timing is everything. From the Book of Five Rings, timing is strategy. Timing is in all strategy. And right now, the strategy is slow down the timing, slow down the volume, and pick your spots. And don't get attached to anything, that's visual. Just go based on the numbers. Go based on the metrics that got us here, that got us that 75 unit first quarter. So, first fight of the night that I like at the current line, Kennedy in Chechiku, is a simple bet for me. If we take a look at his knocks out Lucas Brzeski. He's a 1771. And we look at Voltaire Walker. He submitted Dontel Mays, and he is a 1657. He also lost to Lucas Brzeski due to not being able to get a takedown. I do believe that in this fight, Kennedy is going to be able to stop the takedowns. He's generally done that very long. I think Voltaire Walker is going to be out of place in the striking department. And so at a minus 200, I'd like to parlay him with something. No bet on it yet, but we like that. And I probably like that by finish as well if we can snatch something up that's nice. But no official play yet. I'm looking at this Ngannou Matthews fight. I still do not know where to go on it. Ngannou slight favorite on the metrics, so it's really the line's probably correct, and I'm going to slow on that one. Chris Curtis, I like in this fight. No value though to me. I like George Tokos if he can get that takedown. Hasn't showed much on the takedown side of things, but has fought some really high level competition. Junior Toffa cannot stuff a takedown. And in his last fight, got lucky. Sean Seraph definitely, ran out of gas. So I lean Tokos, but no bet on that either. We're not going to get crazy here. Here's one I love. Nate Landwehr at plus 215 I'm seeing him at. Take a look at these metrics. Let's jump right to that here. In his last fight, he gets dominated by Du Hu Choi. I think that was a result of Choi being just step up. He just stepped up in that spot. Choi is now an 1828 rating, and Landwehr is down to a 1715. But if we take a look at his opponent, Morgan Charrier, the minus 250, he lost to Nathaniel Wood. He's now a 1705. So really, 50-50 coin flip for me on this one. To me, it's going to be dog in Landwehr versus technical. Morgan Charrier. If we look at Nathaniel Wood, he's also up to an 1867, and so that's tough. But he really, Miranda hasn't beat anyone. Not Miranda. Charrier hasn't beat anyone. Gabriel Miranda is an example. He beats him, but he's not much. 1548 down to a 1490. He loses to Jose Mariscal, but that was a split decision, so close fight. Mariscal's very good, and then nothing really here. Kind of lower level fighters. So I think we're at a buy low situation here with Nate Landwehr at a plus 215. I already put a unit on it, and who knows, we might have a little bit more. But for now, that's pretty good at a 2-1. We may get up to 2 units. If you even look at the ratings too, the rankings 65, 94. I think we just have a better fighter in Landwehr, but coming off a bad loss. And now here's another thing to factor in. Landwehr's fighting in his hometown. It's in Nashville. And so I think he wins this fight. I think he dogs it out. Decision, home crowd. Give me Landwehr here. I think it's a good bet. Next one here, Steve Garcia. I love this. I got it at minus 115. I put 2.2 units, or 2.3 actually, to win 2 on Steve Garcia. I love Calvin Kattar. I'm from Boston. I love the guy. Think he's a great fighter. Had a bet on him in his last fight, and actually cashed on half of it because I had the point spread, and he lost to 29-28. Did very well in that third round, but this could be a fight where Kattar gets knocked out, and that's saying something because he doesn't get knocked out. But Steve Garcia, their styles are going to clash, and they're going to throw leather, and I think that here is the factor we need to look at. Steve Garcia, 33 years old, a lot less tread on the tires, and a 5-fight win streak, including Chase Hooper, Costa, Suwoo Choi, Kyle Nelson, some good fighters in there. Obviously, we know that Calvin Kattar has fought the who's who in the division, but if we take a look, just 4 losses in a row. Hard to say he's going to win this 5th one with an up-and-comer, a younger fighter, and that's an old 37. If you look here, combat age, 48, compared to Steve Garcia's combat age. If we take a look here, he's 33 with a combat age of 36. I mean, it's almost 12 years difference. To me, it's a slam dunk at a minus 115. I'll probably have more units on it. But again, like I talked about, we are not going to get crazy. And we're probably going to lock in on these 2. And the rest is going to be live betting. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate this, but all I do during the fights is watch this guy's channel, the MMA Judge Analyzer. He live scores the fights. It's such a valuable tool. and it's a way to really spot value after rounds if public perception's going one way, and you can sometimes snag up a really nice line live. And so I'll be doing a lot of that. I'm not gonna become stuck to one way or the other. I'm gonna use my metrics, my odds. I looked at Steve Garcia, slightly higher than Cater, even though he hasn't fought the same level, and so he's definitely a pick based on the metrics. Same thing with where's my man? Well, Kennedy I like, but Nate Landwehr, even metrics with Cherrier, so got to go with him there. And honorable mention will be Derek Lewis. If we take a look at the metrics here, Derek Lewis, 1904, and obviously Taliesin Teixeira is going to be lower. Now, we know he's 1569, but we know that doesn't always translate when the very much younger fighter comes in at 25 years old, combat age of 24. He's got so much potential. But Derek Lewis fought who's who. I mean, he's lost to Almeida, Spivak, Pavlovich, Tuivasa, but he's beat Nascimento, De Lima, Dawkins, Curtis Blades. Now, this is the interesting thing. He has fallen off here, but against very high-level competition. So, I mean, maybe go first round KO or KO by Lewis. I don't know how much value we're gonna stay off it for now. I love betting Derek Lewis, and maybe I will. But for now, 2 bets. And let's just recap them. 1 unit on Nate Landwehr at plus 215. And then we have 2 units on Steve Garcia at minus 115. 2.3 to win 2. We will add more on both, and we will have live betting. And guys, thank you for still watching the videos. We will get back on track. We will put together some winning cards here. I do believe we had to go through the pain to get to the pleasure, to get to the good times. And so we're gonna keep battling, because that's what we do. Appreciate you guys watching the channel. I would like to incorporate that live stream with the MMA judge, because it's so cool. Maybe I'll throw up my live stream while we're watching it, and I'll share the screen or something and kind of share information like that. But yeah, we're gonna get back into things in a big way in this third quarter. We got a bright new positive mindset, and we're not gonna go on tilt. So here's to not going on tilt, guys. I'll see you at the end of the week. We'll wrap up this card, and then we'll get into fight night. And I'll see you at the window.